Hi, I'm Amy Shannon of Amy's Bookshelf Reviews, and this is the featured YouTube review. I reviewed the book, The Great Mongolian Bowling League of the United States of America by Ed Borowsky. Now, I really enjoyed this book. It's one of the, I've read a couple of his books, and this one, it just kind of pulls you in immediately. So I'll get started with my review, and then I'm going to read part of chapter 1, because that is what really kind of set the tone, at least for the characters, Harold and Murray. I wrote that Borowsky pens a great story in the Great Mongolian Bowling League of the United States of America. And yes, that is a wonderful title, and it fits the story completely. I really enjoyed the story. Okay, first, I really enjoyed Harold's character and his relationship with Murray. That was really what sent me reading on and on. At first, I wasn't quite sure what was going on, but that's okay. That's, because you look at the title and you look at the first chapter and then you're just trying to figure things out. But it didn't matter. I liked that I didn't know what was going on, and I was going to find out. So let's see. I love learning about both Harold and Murray, and it did make me think of that old television show, The Odd Couple. It was amusing and yet familiar, especially with the aches and pains of getting older. And even if you feel like you're 20, you just can't, no matter what, do things that you could when you were 20. And yes, women get hair where they don't want it. The author really brought the story to life. Really, I read a lot, and this one was very interesting. And I think what makes it more interesting is that I know a little bit of the author's background, and he does different genres, and but what I like is at the end of the story, he talks about his inspiration for the book. And that just kind of makes you think of, you could find inspiration anywhere. You know, he had a conversation with a Mongolian taxi driver, probably for a few short miles, and that stuck with him. So this book shows that he has a great talent of writing, and his passion for writing and the characters that he's writing about show through. I'm just going to read a little bit about Harold and Murray from the first chapter. I was looking at myself in the mirror and I saw this reflection. Who is this old man with gray hair, brown eyes, and bushy eyebrows standing before me? I asked myself, and this is Harold talking. I was handsome once, young and fit not that long ago. Time is playing tricks on me, because inside I'm still the same. I feel young, vibrant, and alive. So I ask myself, who is this old guy that I'm looking at? Let me tell you, I was tall my entire life, 6'1", 2 inches, but I've been shrinking lately. I find I tend to repeat myself at times, so forgive me if I do. As I said, I was actually 6 foot, but over the years I've gotten smaller. My current height is 5'10" primarily of age-related shrinkage due to osteoporosis, arthritis, diabetes, and other ailments that cause people to get shorter as they age. I don't think I'm a hypochondriac, but at my age, you never know what's going to jump out and grab you. So you better well lean in on the better side of caution and get it checked out right away if it's ailing you, because you just never know. And then I'm just going to skip a little bit forward to the introduction of Murray. Now, Murray, my roommate of 30 years, is an inventor and fixer-upper. He is always looking for ways to make his fortune on the next best, greatest thing. He's been that way for as long as I've known him. I told him about the problem I have seeing and knowing whether my ear trummer is actually cutting those pesky hairs. So in old Murray fashion, he rigged up a mirror with a light, which attaches to that little old buzzer. Now I can see the inside of my ear, which allows me to hone in on those stalks growing with a precision that, quite frankly, has never been achieved by anyone before. Harold, hurry it up. I need to use the bathroom before we leave. How long are you going to be in there? Murray, give me a break. Let me live in peace a little. We have 45 minutes before the taxi picks us up, and I don't want to be rushed this morning. Harold, I have to pee. Murray, if you didn't have the second bathroom torn apart all the time, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But no buts, Murray. Why don't you go next door and knock on Arlene's door? She'll let you use her bathroom. She'll let you use anything you want over there. Please, Murray, leave me alone. Murray's brilliance is unrecognized. It's a shame because he's a genius in his own right. And even though he can be annoying, he's always trying something new. And that's just kind of where I'll leave you. It is a magnificent story, and the characters are real. I mean, they're real life. You have the narration of Harold talking about, getting older, his relationship with Murray. They get along and then they bicker, but when it comes down to it, they're best friends, and they can't see being without each other, which I find is a really interesting. They're so different, and yet there's a lot of things that they're saying. Also, what I like too is how they join the Great Mongolian Bowling League and the reasons behind it. And yes, there actually is a Great Mongolian Bowling League. So I'll let you just don't take my word for it. Pick up a copy of the book and see for yourself. Ed Borowsky's books should be on your reading list. This has been Amy Shannon. Thank you for listening. Be safe and be well.